Service members past and present. If you or a loved one experienced hearing problems or tinnitus after using combat earplugs between 2003 and 2015, you may be entitled to significant compensation. And Lawsuit.us is here to help. There are absolutely no fees unless a settlement is received. We've already helped over 20,000 service members take the first steps towards potential compensation. Time is running out, so don't delay and apply today. Visit Lawsuit.us to file your claim. That's Lawsuit.us. Lawsuit.us.
I'm sure a lot of people want to go ahead and crawl inside and not come out until the election is over. It's been a really tough time dealing with COVID-19 and the stresses of the election coming up in a political season where it's very charged, and there's a lot of people who are vocal on both sides in a positive and negative way. And I think it's creating a lot of stress for many people out there. And when we talk about stress, we're talking about mental health as well and how people are handling everything that's being thrown their way. And social media, we know that doesn't help. Joining us now on the Newsradio WFLA hotline, Clara Reynolds, the president and CEO of the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. Make sure to check out all the work they do at crisiscenter.com. Clara, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fantastic. Thanks for the opportunity to be on the show this morning.
Well, thanks for coming on with us. And it's really a serious issue right now with people dealing with mental health and not knowing maybe what resources are available to them during a pandemic, during election season, with a lot of people going through troubles right now. What are you seeing out there as far as the mental health conditions during this pandemic?
Well, I will tell you, people are struggling across a variety of different levels. You can imagine they're struggling with their daily needs, struggling to make sure that they're putting food on the table, keeping a roof over their head, educating their children. But people are also struggling emotionally. This pandemic has impacted everybody. And for us at the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay, we're spending much more time on the phone with our callers because we've got to help to de-escalate folks before we can actually help them. So calls that would normally take about 7 minutes for us to get to that place of help are now taking 15 to 20 minutes, on top of the fact we're having a higher call volume. So we know that it is a very difficult time out there. And as you mentioned, with the election just days away, that has added to the stress and anxiety.
And Clara, this is Felix Vega. Are you seeing an increase in the number of people that are calling in and possibly suicidal, and then also following through on those thoughts that they have, unfortunately?
I can definitely say that we have felt an increase of suicidal callers calling us. We started trending that increase in data starting in June. It escalated somewhat in September. I don't know about any on the other side, but we know if somebody is reaching out to us for help, that they are looking for that help and support, and we are able to keep them safe and get them the help that they need.
Clara, when is that time? When's that time? Because I think a lot of us have battles where we're up and we're down, but not quite to that point of a lot of people that we're talking about now. But when's the time to initially say, hey, I think I need to reach out to somebody and have a conversation?
I think at the very moment you're asking that question, it's time to reach out and ask for help. And that's going to look different for every single one of us. What may be stressful for me may not be for you, and vice versa. So we tell all the folks across the community, if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, if the world is becoming a difficult place for you to interact with and engage with, that's the time to reach out for help. And sometimes all you need is an ear on the other end of the phone line, and that's what 211 is designed to do 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. What
are some of the tools that are used by people dealing with these crises when you have somebody who calls and they're, it's going to vary the amount and the level of anxiety and mental stress and depression that you're going to be dealing with. So on a case-by-case basis, what are some of the things that conversation might entail?
Usually the first place to start is, how can I help you? And just let the individual just talk. Whatever is on their mind, whatever is on their plate. We know a lot of people call us with symptoms of problems because they can't even figure out what the problem is. So we let them kind of talk through all of the issues that are happening, and we utilize an evidence-based practice called motivational interviewing to get to the core of what the problem is. And so sometimes somebody may start talking about they need rent assistance, but as you work through that conversation, you find out that the reason why is because they are contemplating suicide. And so working through that process is what is so important, to actually meet the need that somebody has, not just treating symptoms.
Check out all the information they have available, crisiscenter.com, and the work you all are doing, Clara, is so important, and really want to thank you and really appreciate everything you're doing at the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. President and CEO Clara Reynolds, thanks again, Clara.
Thank you all so very much. Have a great day.
Service members past and present, if you or a loved one experienced hearing problems or tinnitus after using combat earplugs between 2003 and 2015, you may be entitled to significant compensation. And Lawsuit.us is here to help. There are absolutely no fees unless a settlement is received. We've already helped over 20,000 service members take the first steps towards potential compensation. Time is running out, so don't delay and apply today. Visit Lawsuit.us to file your claim. That's Lawsuit.us. Lawsuit.us.